Hello and welcome to News Unboringed, the show where we take the boring out of the news, but unfortunately not the depression, because the world sucks. I've got two main things I want to talk about in this emergency episode. Let's start off with the tale of another Prime Minister getting a fine. Rishi Sunak has been... Rishi Sunak has been fined over not wearing a seatbelt in a video. Which, is just plain stupid. It's not the first time he's been fined as a government person. And it just shows that, screw the rich. They don't care about laws, and they won't even follow the easiest ones to follow. Right, sorry about this. Sorry about how quiet I am too, but, yeah. And yeah, it's just a testament to how he does not care, that he won't follow the easiest laws to follow. All that would change was all that would change about the video is maybe a slight altering of a camera angle, and he can't even be bothered to do that. And yeah, it's just sad. But what is even sadder is how many strikes there are. The strikes everywhere because the government can't be bothered to pay people enough while not following laws like wearing a seatbelt. To start off, let's look at the NHS. Care workers get £10.30, £10.40 an hour, and Sainsbury's are increasing their wages to £11 an hour. I'm not saying Sainsbury's workers don't deserve that wage, but I'm saying if they do, NHS workers definitely do. They save lives. And Sainsbury's workers stack shelves. Both are important in continuing the ecosystem of the industrial world, of course, but if the one stacking shelves are paid higher than carers, then something's got to give. I'm not calling carers more important. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Sainsbury's workers, again, don't deserve to be paid £11 an hour. They deserve more, really. When it comes to inflation, it'll be hard to live off that. But, yeah, it's just disgraceful that NHS workers are being paid less than that. And it's just a testament to how sad it has become. And what is even more of a testament to how little the government cares is the fact that they can't even be bothered negotiating for this year. They just don't care. And they are expecting the working class to not care that they don't care either. And thankfully, that is not the case anymore. A carer quit his job to get paid £10,000 more in a yearly salary, I presume, as a HGV driver. That shouldn't be the case. People shouldn't have to leave careers. Teachers are leaving to work at Amazon because they have better conditions of pay. Amazon, better conditions than in schools. Anyone with a brain who knows a thing about Amazon know that should not be the case. And it's sad and just a testament to how much of a horrible state this country is in. I just wanted to say that about the things going on at the moment. And yeah, let's look at other news stories that came out since the last time I did one of these. Sorry about how quick this is going. I've already tried to film it, but I said a few things very wrongly, and I definitely need to hold myself accountable and say that was just rubbish, and I need to word my stuff better, so I've had to re-record it. And I'm not alone downstairs, so I can't really scream, which is annoying, because when I look at the news, I really wanna. According to Dominic Raab, Nadeem Sahawi is transparent over his tax affairs, but I'm on Angela Rayner's side, who is saying that he should be sacked, because why are you having tax affairs in the first place? Being transparent around them is one thing, but having them is bad enough, and he definitely deserves to be sacked. He'd be arrested if you were working class. Dame Anne Glowag, the co-founder of Stagecoach, has been charged with human trafficking. As I always say, if she did, she's a scumbag. But if she didn't, then the accusers are scumbags. And I'm going to say that every time I see something like that. And back in the days of COVID, there were remote GP appointments. And if there weren't remote GP appointments, and for a man named David Nash, he was able to see a GP in person, he would have stayed alive. Chances are he died from developing mastoiditis in his ear, spelt mastoiditis, which caused an abscess on his brain. And I don't care what pandemic is going on. If you have something that can change into a abscess on your brain, it should be taken care of. That compared to a pandemic that is still horrible, but for most people was bearable. Obviously, for those who need the treatment, they fully deserve to get the treatment, and I do understand how they were given for how they were seen as more important. But, like, still, an abscess on your brain should be taken seriously, and more seriously than the average coronavirus case. There are exceptions to everything, and it was still a very serious disease in the way it, well, virus, not disease, very serious virus in the way it spread. And yeah, but for most people, it was just a cold. And you should defo treat someone with an abscess on their brain with more care than those who are catching what to them is basically a cold. Obviously, as I said, if you did have bad effects, you still deserve treatment and stuff. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Måneskin showed the dark side of fame in their new album, and Ed Sheeran released a tribute song where he raps. I forgot that he rapped. Tribute to a friend, Jamal Edwards, who basically got him his career. By the way, his rapping is not that bad. So yeah, there's some music news, but that's for another show and for another number of shows entirely. Thank you very much for watching this episode of News Unboringed, and I will see you next Thursday. However you get your news, make sure it's not boring. Good night.